Well, hello, my babies, my lovelies, lords, lads, dudes, sugars, sugar mountains, sugar laurels, sugar flowers, mountain flowers, all right, mountain laurels, right, mountain daisies. How about that? How about mountain daisies? All right, I love you. Let's go, baby. Hey, what are we doing? Well, we're going to do a little bit more document reading, right? A little bit more document reading, of course. Hey, slow and steady on those. Yes, yes, yes. I know others are way, way ahead of where where I'm at. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to take it nice and slow and easy. All right? And then I want to do other stuff, guys. I want to look at other video. I may revisit the body cam again because I think on the last live stream, I was starting to look at where Bethany, where the Hobbit, right? Where the Hobbit was when the police first showed up, right? When Nunez first showed up, she wasn't with the others standing by the house. So you guys mentioned that too. You guys mentioned that before about, well, Bethany wasn't even there. She was standing over by, the tree or something, or the telephone pole or something. And she wasn't with the rest of them. So I want to go back and look at that body cam footage again to see exactly where the Hobbit was in relation to when the police showed up. Why, and why wasn't she standing with Dylan and Hunter and Emily? And what was going on? Why is she segregating herself from the group? Where is she? And all that. So I wanted to scope out that body cam, at least for that piece again, to see, okay, where is she? Anyway, so I want to do that. Look at some other stuff, maybe some other video here about things. Okay. Let's jump back into the documents. We're on supplement 70. 70 is where we're picking it up. All right, I love you, babies. Let's go. Let's go. All right, babies, let's go. All right, so we got vehicle ID. Okay, December 15th. Okay, getting closer and closer to the wolf, right? At about 12 noon, Idaho State Police Detectives O'Hara, Scarlett, and I interviewed at the Moscow Police Department regarding her vehicle Michigan registration, and her activity on the 12th of November into the 13th. She provided the following information. She has been living at that address in Moscow, Idaho, since about August 13th. Okay. She is currently completing her master's degree in that and is studying that at the Okay, on the 12th of November, she ate dinner at about 5 to 5:30 p.m. before returning home in her at about 8 to 8:30 p.m. Okay. All right. 3-hour dinner-ish. Must been some dinner. She did not leave her apartment for the remainder of the evening and went to bed around 10 to 10:30 p.m. All right. After she awoke the following morning, she went for a walk around 7 to 7:15 a.m., passing by the King Road Street, and continued on a Taylor before returning home. She didn't notice anything unusual other than it seemed to be especially quiet that morning. As opposed to what? Bustling Sunday morning? Okay, other than that, it seemed to be especially quiet that morning. Okay, at about 8:30, she went to church and didn't return home until about 3 p.m. Wow. That's quite the church adventure there. Just saying. Whatever. She confirmed the above noted vehicle was hers and no one else used or had access to her car. She didn't know any of the victims or she didn't know any of the victims or had any contact with them. Great. So why are we talking to her? I don't know. On December 6th, I guess we're just talking to the neighbors. I don't know. On December 16th now, at about 11:45 a.m., Detective O'Hara and I interviewed at the Moscow Police Department regarding his silver Idaho registration and his activity on November 12th into the 13th. And he provided the following information. Okay, he confirmed the above noted vehicle was his, that's silver whatever, and no one else used or had access to his car, other than his father who lived in Lewiston, Idaho, who has a spare key, but he knew his father didn't use the vehicle. Other than to possibly go grocery shopping mid-morning, he didn't go anywhere on the 12th, spending the majority of the day playing video games in his room. He went to bed around 11 or 12 a.m. because he had to work at the following morning at 9. He didn't note anything unusual until he was alerted by the vandal alert of the unalivings while he was at work. His roommate, blah blah, was also home on the 12th. Blah's phone number was that. He didn't know any of the victims or have any contact with them. I attempted multiple times, now we're going on to the next one. I attempted multiple times to interview but was unable to due to his failure to contact me. And then what did you do? Did you just let it go? Probably. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I attempted multiple times to interview this other person, but was unable to do so because he failed to contact me. Yeah, there you go. Got some hard-hitting Idaho State Police detective work there. So we just let this go. This could be your suspect. Gee, well, he's not getting back to you, right? You tried multiple times to get in contact with this person. He never called you back, and you just let it go. Wonderful. There you go, Moscow, Idaho. There's your Idaho State Police hard at work. Hey, that could have been the guy. Or your person or persons. Yep, hey, good job, Gideon Roberts. You just let it go. Like everything else in this case, just fucking let it go until we establish a fake lone wolf. All right, moving on. Let's get to the next one, guys. All right, blah, blah. We got blank, blank 4. Supplement 71. Reported date 3 days after the unalivings on the 16th. What do we got on this one? What do we got? Okay, we're listing all the victims again. Oh, no, never mind. We're just listing 2. Maddie and Kaylee, all right? Witness 1, white female, 22 years of age. Boise is the home. We got Detective Herman on this one. And let's see what this one's about. Oh, we got a second witness there. And no demographics on that. Great. All right, 3 days after the unalivings on the 16th, Detectives Andy Hodel and Herman Pee-wee were tasked with contacting blank blank, whose date of birth 1999 at her phone number. Okay, at approximately 6:42 p.m., Detective Hodel and Herman made a recorded phone call to this person. A female answered the phone and identified herself as blah, blah, blah. Identified herself as She was asked what her relationship was to the victims, and she explained the following. All right, let's go. She was best friends with Maddie. Her and Maddie talked almost every day, on multiple platforms. Phone, text, group text, Snapchat. Okay, so they were in contact quite a bit with each other. She used to live in the house on the King Road Street with Maddie last year. She currently lives in Boise. Okay, so she used to live with Maddie the previous year. All right, she spoke with Maddie at approximately 12:30. Wow. Okay. Oh, alrighty. 12:30 p.m. on the 13th via FaceTime phone call, which was between Maddie's phone and her phone. I guess. Blanks, or maybe not. Maybe not. and somebody else, I don't know. Blank's phone number is that. The FaceTime call was very short and consisted mainly of, "We miss and wish you were here." Okay, good. That makes sense. During the call, she noticed that Maddie was outside of the corner club. Okay. All right, wait a minute. Okay. All right. So we're talking 12:30 a.m. 12:30 a.m. My apologies. 12:30 a.m. So she's talking to Maddie outside of the corner club. Okay, she described Maddie's level of intoxication as buzzed but not falling down drunk. Okay. Maybe at that point she wasn't. 12:30, maybe not. But however, they didn't leave the corner club until, at least an hour later. So Maddie definitely could have more drinks put in her, right? She could drink a lot more before they left. So maybe at that point she just was buzzed. All right, so whatever. You can't say she wasn't falling down drunk because you don't know what she did the rest of the time in the bar. Idaho State Police. All right, she indicated she did not notice any red flags or odd behavior during this call with Maddie. Okay. This person seemed to have a very detailed knowledge of the friends group which the victims frequently associated with. She was asked if Maddie was in a relationship. Blank, she stated Maddie was currently dating a male named Jake. She reported the phone number for Jake to be that. Okay, she got some numbers, right? She described Maddie and Jake's relationship to be very good, and they loved each other very much. That seems to be consistent. All right. She stated Maddie and Jake had been together for approximately 2 years. Okay, so was I wrong about what was going on in Cabo, right? Because the way I read that as Maddie had some sort of hookup with somebody. But I totally could have read that wrong. I don't know. But anyway, she stated Maddie and Jake never fought. Okay, and again, their relationship that's consistent with what else we've seen and read about their relationship, except that Cabo thing's bugging me now, all right? She stated Jake currently lives in Boise and was with her. So Jake was with her. Okay, Jake was with her on the night of the unalivings. Interesting. Okay, she was with Jake. Okay, she stated Jake and herself were down in downtown Boise from approximately 10:30 p.m. on the 12th to 2 a.m. on the 13th. Mountain time. Not Boise time? Mountain time, right? I mean, not Moscow time? Fuck off. Yeah. She also stated Kaylee had been in a long-term relationship, approximately 6 years, with a male named Jack DeCour. She stated Kaylee and Jack had broken up about 2 weeks before Labor Day weekend in 2022. She stated the breakup was a mutual breakup and they had both left on good terms. You've heard that before. She stated Jack and Kaylee had a history of being on and off dating, but they did not have any history of fighting. Well, why is that? Maybe. I don't know. Well, Jack's a little dog, right? Jack's a dog. to right, a little her child, right? She described Jack Decor as being her child, right? Kaylee described him like that to somebody, right? All right. She stated the last time she was at the King Road house was on Labor Day weekend in 2022, and that is when she really met Kaylee and became friends with her. Prior to that weekend, she was primarily friends with just Maddie. She was informed she would be contacted soon for further interviewing, and the call was terminated. All right. Her contact information and a brief summary of the conversation was relayed to FBI victimology for follow-up. And I wonder what the FBI did with that. Who knows? I don't know. Will we find out? I don't know. But yeah, so her information, they turned it over to the FBI to have FBI follow up with her. All right, guys, that was 71. Wow. There you go. Interesting. Okay, one more. We're on to supplement 72 now. December 6th, we got Mr. Walker Brady, detective. Let's see what this one is. Oh, we got a letter. Is that Dylan's love letter to her friends, supposedly? Right? I'm sorry for unaliving you. Hey, next time, let's watch the Vampire Diaries together, okay? Bye-bye. Hey, don't forget to donate to my GoFundMe in the afterlife. Yeah. Fucking prime. All right, let's see what this one's about. Okay, we got witness 1, 21-year-old. Unknown demographic there. We got a white female, a 22-year-old white female. Horseshoe Bend, Idaho. Horseshoe Bend. Just call me Horseshoe Bend. All right. I got some tacking on to do. All right, fuck off. Oh my God. Okay, witness 3. Have no idea. Okay. All right, let's see what this narrative's about. All right. So, on December 6th, at approximately 2 p.m., Idaho State Police Detective Brady Walker, along with Idaho State Police Detective Matt Heine, conducted an interview with, whose date of birth, 2001, Nevada's driver's license, and, date of birth, 2000, Idaho State driver's license, at the Moscow Police Department. The interview was regarding a letter the blank sorority had received. Oh, let's see what this letter is about. Oh, this should be interesting. Is this from suspect number 3755 of the Moscow Police Department that you decided to overlook and establish a fake lone wolf narrative to get the University of Idaho off your back so they'd stop losing money? Fuckers. Yeah, let's see what this one's about. Okay. All right. The envelope was addressed to the Sigma Chi house, maybe, via, the return information on the envelope was this, and had a drawing under blank. The envelope contained several playing cards with John F. Kennedy's likeness, stamps, a cutout bracelet, several handmade drawings on a paper, a Sports Illustrated picture of Kate Upton in a bikini, affixed to a card, and a note. The note read, "I feel the hurt you must be going through. I've lost too many, too. Love and peace will come. But till then, just know." Then nothing. The note was signed, Nobody at the sorority house knew who the sender was, nor was anyone expecting a letter of that nature. Detective Heinley photographed the envelope and its contents. The letter was taken and immediately submitted to Moscow Police Department evidence for DNA testing. And then what happened? Blank and blank said the mail had been sorted and was given to them by who was at the University of Idaho. I contacted that person who told me he received it from the on December 5th, 2022. Okay. So what? 3 weeks after the event, he received it from what? Post office? What? On December 5th, 2022, between 12:30 and 1 p.m. Yeah. After conferring with Idaho State Police Detective Sergeant Mike Van Leeuwen, that's Dutch for coddle my schlottel. I'm sorry, that's Dutch for that. Oh my God. I recontacted to collect DNA samples for rule-out purposes since they opened and handled the letter. At 3:47 p.m., blank and blank returned. I collected buccal swab samples from each of them and submitted the samples to Moscow Police Department, in which they subsequently were stored in a refrigerator that broke down, and so all the evidence we had stored in the fridge was completely destroyed. Yeah. No, it doesn't say that. Yeah. The photographs will be saved to a USB drive under supplement number 72 and submitted to Moscow Police Department evidence and of report. Well, that's a bizarre letter, right? Fuck is that? Kate Upton in a bikini. JFK. Playing cards. Stamps. A cutout bracelet. Several handmade drawings on a paper. A note that read, I feel the hurt you must be going through. I've lost too many too. Love and peace will come. But till then, just know what? Yeah, there you go. Who's that? Unbelievable. And what did they do with did they find DNA on the envelope? Did they find out who sent that weird ass letter? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. All right, guys. Okay, I think we're going to leave it right there because supplement 73. Now we're on to autopsy stuff here. And we're going to leave it right there, guys. Okay, reported date 11/21/2022. We're on page 222 of 556. And let's see what this preview is here. Okay, summary narrative. Owner 1, white male, 1983, 39 years of age. So owner, Lewiston, Idaho. Okay, and then we get to the narrative. Okay, guys, we're going to leave it right there. We are now hitting some type of autopsy discussion here, and we are on supplement 73. All right, babies, let's go. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I love you all. Hey, love you all. I love you all. Best garden in the world. Keeps growing. Oh, God. Comments, thoughts. Unbelievable, guys. I love you. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope it's nice where you are. You're not dealing with too much bullshit today. And we'll pick it back up soon. Okay, I love you. Love you all. Okay, bye-bye.